Good morning. Welcome to But Don't Know Shit. It is another beautiful day in Texas, and I'm back home. Got home yesterday. Waking up today, first day home that I'm not traveling. And man, I come home to this beautiful blue skies, gorgeous day. It's like, I don't know, 60, 55, a little windy, a little chilly actually. Although I am still in shorts and flip-flops, but trying to keep my summer attire going one more day. I mean, I could definitely have some pants and socks on, probably would make more sense. And I may go do that in a minute when I get to work. Yeah, I need a haircut. Hair is long, got my gray beard like growing out. I need to shave. Come home from the rig and you just not too worried about looks out there. I'm only gonna be home a week, so I don't know what we'll get done, and not even a week really. I mean, it's Wednesday now and I gotta leave Monday, so that's not a week. But I shouldn't be going long, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and I'll be back and should be home a while then. And I really plan on, even though it's holidays and Christmas time and all that, plan on December, January, getting a lot done on the car. Dare I say, like almost drivable condition. Like definitely not buttoned up, but steering wheel in it. All the electrical components at least to fire up the engine. Fluids, I know I've been saying that. Fill up transmission fluid. Fill up the brake fluid, put some gas in it, put some oil in it, put some radiator fluid, water, I guess. And it doesn't really freeze here.
Yo, what the?
So I think I'm just gonna go with water. In case I do have to drain it and make life a lot easier. I can put antifreeze in it down the road if I need to. Yeah, so that's it. That's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna say by end of January. That's my goal. It's November, not quite Thanksgiving yet, like the week before Thanksgiving. I know y'all saying, well, that's like 3 months. I'm like, well, I'm not home every day, right? So I'll be gone the week of Thanksgiving, probably for 3 weeks. So probably like mid-December when I get back. And that's assuming that I don't have to go back to another job. I do have vacation first 2 weeks of January. Just explaining, don't know when I'm going to be home, but I do think between now and the end of January, I will have a good solid 3-ish weeks of being home where I can work on the car. And I think that's plenty to get this thing at least where we can maybe even drive it a little bit. Might not even have front clip back on it, but have some wheels on it, steering wheel in it, brakes at work, you know, all that stuff. And maybe we set this thing down on the ground and back it out, see what happens. But let's just say firing up the engine by the end of January. The old engine, it's looking pretty good. I'm excited. I'm ready to get this thing slapped back together. Another thing, like I saw, again, talking about Exit 45's video, and I've seen other guys do it like this, but had the dash in, steering column last. That's not the way I took it out of the car. I took the dash out first. Steering column was actually one of the last things I took out of the car. So I'm thinking I'm going to put the steering column in first, because with the dash in, and I think you have to have the dash in, I believe, to get some of the sliding mechanism attached and hooked up correctly. But the dash makes everything really tight under there. Yeah, it's going to be as expected. When you start putting things back in the car, things get tighter and tighter. You have less working room. So yeah, we'll just have to deal with it. I think I can definitely get it in there the way it is. So all right, let me stop talking, get to work. I'm glad to be home though. Yep. Again, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Leave some comments and tell me what y'all are thinking. What do y'all want to see next? What kind of car do I need to get next? It's a good question. Really heavily leaning towards Mustangs because there's not enough Mustang footage on YouTube. So yeah, but that's probably what I'm gonna do next. Probably what I should have done first. The Thunderbird's been a good project. I've learned a lot. I think if I can get this car back running because of all the electrical vacuum, just the gadgets and gadgets this car has, I should be able to work on any classic car. It is another beautiful day in the garage in the state of Texas. Look at that. Beautiful blue skies. Been going through my tub of goodies here. These are old parts. It is kind of exciting getting into some of these bags that some of the first things that I took apart, like, you know, steering wheel parts. Had to get in there and find that little metal ring right there. Actually, I didn't know I was looking for that. I was actually looking for the roll pin for the shift hub right here, which I found, and my roll pin is still tight, so I don't got to do any adjusting on that or buy a new roll pin. It was tight, so I'm good to go there. I just wanted to make sure I had that before I put this in the car, and then realized my roll pin was too small. And anyway, that would have made for a bad day, but we're all good. So I did order a new, even though I had commented on Exit 45's channel that you could rebuild this, and yesterday I was just messing with it. My little ball bearings or brass balls still are not in, but I was just kind of messing with it. Was gonna put it back together, and the freaking sliding spring, which is like the main mechanism in this thing, it flew out somewhere, like popped, like, yeah, I don't know where the hell it went to. Another dimension, right? So it, like I said, it will probably rear its head one day, and I'll be like, what is this spring for? And probably throw it in my like tray here of, supposed to be a toolbox, but this is really just a random screw holding compartment and loose sockets and things like that. So anyway, so yeah, that's it. We are continuing work. I think when I get the steering wheel column complete, I'm going to probably get back on this wiring harness. I got a few connectors I got to repair and change out, actually. And I bought some new little pigtail whatever. So I got a few new of those. They're gonna be different colors, but it'll be fine. And I think I'm gonna get that wiring harness and put it in, because it's kind of what goes in here next. I got a bracket that goes on the brake right there. I got to install a few little things, starting to put this stuff back in. And I think steering column goes back in. I got a steering column shaft right here, which I need to watch some videos on that. Anyway, I need to watch some videos on this, rebuilding this. I do have my little bushing. It's one of the first things I bought. And here we are a year later, and I might actually get to use it. There it is, and I haven't lost it. That's the other amazing thing. That's it right there. Yeah, that was one of the first things watching vintage Thunderbird. Watched a video on how those bushings disintegrate, and went immediately pulled my steering wheel, checked it out, and yes, it was in really bad shape. Speaking of steering wheels, I got this old guy, and you can see, I think like most of these do, it is cracked in a couple spots. It looks like shit basically. And I think, I don't know what you're supposed to do with these, but I don't want to replace it. It is cracked up pretty good. I need to watch a video on repairing these, but I think I'm just going to go in with some Bondo, fix these cracks, sand them down, and yeah, just paint it. I don't know. I don't know what else you could do to it, but it'll be all right. We're not buying a new one, I know that. So we're done spending big ticket money on this car, hopefully, for a while. So we got some work to do on the steering wheel. Yeah, just little tedious shit. It looks like that's what I'm going to be doing for the next few days anyway. I've only got it's Thursday, got today, tomorrow, do some work Saturday, and probably half a day Sunday, and then I got to go back to work probably for just 2 weeks, I'm thinking, maybe 3, and then I should be off till mid-January, which will be nice. So much shit I don't know how to do with this, and this is what's time consuming. Is I could figure it out, but it's like better, I have found, to go watch people who have done it already instead of me doing it and then realizing it's not right and then take it apart and redo it. Not just other people's videos, but going back and watching my videos where I was taking stuff apart and looking at pictures and things like that. So those have been very helpful, like being able to actually see, which I need to go do for this guy right here. I'm about to go do that and get that put back together. I think I'm gonna get this on and buttoned down before I start feeding these wires. Go ahead and get all this finished. Yeah. Yep. Could I have this in the car today? Possibly could. Possibly could. Yep. I got a lot of shit to look at though. All right, let me get started. Man, I'm like pretty excited to get this steering column in there. It's gonna look cool. It's gonna like start making it look like a vehicle again. It is coming together finally. Finally. Well, we're gonna be driving this sucker before the summer. That's my plan. Carly is a junior. She's definitely taking this car to school her senior year, first day of senior year. That's like my ultimate goal. Have it roadworthy, on the road, registered, insured, all that stuff. Which that's just, can't wait to see what the insurance is going to be on this car. So it's just expensive. They have like the Camry's liability only, but it doesn't matter. She's the driver, right? And even though in Texas you insure the car, not the driver, it's like you gotta, they find out you have kids, then they want to charge you some astronomical number for them driving, even though they're driving some piece of shit car that you're not gonna try to get money out of them. I know it's the liability side of it. It's why they're charging you, but yeah, insurance is ridiculous. And I don't hear enough people complaining and talking about it. It's not just car insurance. Homeowners insurance is ridiculous. Health insurance is ridiculous. From what we see is bad enough. I'm sure our employers complain even more. The ones that are paying for insurance, the ones that are paying out of pocket, God bless you, it's expensive. Yeah, well, that's enough of that rant. I didn't hear enough people talking about the price of insurance in this last election cycle. And to me, that is like one of the number one issues in my household, I know, is insurance going up all the damn time. Like I said, homeowners and car insurance, car insurance basically doubled last year. My homeowners is going up since 2017, probably 3 times. Well, yeah, 3 times as high. So, and I've never made a claim. That's just other people making claims and raising everybody's rates, right? So, yeah, it's bad. So, I don't know. No, car insurance, my wife, if y'all remember the video, she showed her car where she rear-ended me and totaled that car. So we do have a claim on the car insurance that is not helping things, but we also have a new teenage driver And yeah, we're spending $1,200 a month on car insurance. So it's a lot of money. Lots and lots of money. So anyway, all right, let me quit complaining and get to work on something else that I got to pay for. Yeah, fucking life, right?